I don't normally have bad dreams, but the other night I had this really weird dream that I had built this beautiful oak table with vertical growth rings running on it. It had mortise and tenons on all of the legs, and it was perfect. Except for when I was sitting at it, it looked weird. So I looked underneath the table, and the tenons were pulled out of the mortises about a quarter of an inch. A whole quarter of an inch, but the glue had already set. It was really stressful. So I have a couple tools floating around the shop that don't really have a home yet, and so I need to make a couple dedicated spaces for them. I've made a ton of benches in the past, usually using this method. This is the first workbench I ever made. It has the 2x4 running along the side, a front rail running across the front that's just butt jointed to them, and I use the legs as sort of a bracket so I can screw everything together. The problem with it is it doesn't have a lot of shear strength. And so what I want to do is I want to make my new ones with mortise and tenon, especially for my planer. My planer I'm going to put on casters so that it can roll around. I got a special idea for that one. You want to be in my video? No! How beautiful some of this wood is. This was just pallet wood a little bit ago. What do you think?
It's pink!
Okay, now that I have all these legs glued up, I can joint, plane, and mill all these to their final dimension. Mortises, because it's probably different than most of the methods you've seen before. This is the jig I came up with. This part slides right over the top, it doesn't move. You got this piece in the middle, and then all you have to do is clamp this down, clamp this down, and your mortise can be cut at any length. All of the mortises are going to be cut at the exact same width, but any length is available depending on what you need. This is definitely not the only way of cutting a mortise, but it's not even the best way, but it's the way I came up with, so I'm a little bit biased towards it. these tables is to glue the panels up for the top, glue the frame together, and then I can start assembly. I decided what I wanted to do was use all of my cruddiest stuff to glue up the top, since you're not only going to see them anyway. So I figured what I can do is on some of these I have these really deep cracks, but all I want to do is just break them, and then I can glue them back together so that they're nice and solid at the same time I do the rest of the glue up. Dang. Dang. I got all the framework all glued together, everything's really sturdy. And so the last thing we have to do is put the
brackets on.
You're right, we gotta do the brackets.
Yes.
You're gonna help me with that?
Yes.
Cool. Since this is gonna be the top, we're gonna put the top upside down, because we're gonna build this whole thing upside down.
Okay. Are we going to be a YouTube video?
Yeah, we're gonna be a YouTube video.
Wow, that's cool! I'm going to be a YouTube video!
Okay.
Too fast.
That's perfect. And would you like to do the top one?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that.
Alright, go ahead. Go ahead a little further. Alright, that's perfect. You did that perfect. Alright, why don't you come over to this side?
Okay. I'll walk.
I knew you were going to do that. You don't pull hard at the end, you pull hard at the beginning and you slow down as you go. Two more, please. There. Yeah, looks good. One of the main reasons I wanted to set this thing up on casters was so I could use this as an in feed and an out feed for my planer. Just lock these down, nice and solid. Now I have the ability to pass bigger stuff through. What do you think?
Good.
Is it good?
Yes.
Oh, that's perfect. You're cute.
Yep.
Thanks for helping me. That was really cool. High five.
Thanks for watching our video.
It's going to be really nice having all of my drill press stuff over on this corner. Eventually I'm going to build a French cleat system to house all of my drilling materials. Thank you for your input. Unfortunately, I made a huge mess of my shop. I do not envy whoever has to clean that up.
And
I think it's supposed to be Lucy.
No. Daddy.
Lucy.
Daddy. Making it fun.
No, you have to clean it up. You have to clean up the whole shop.
Gonna be